Matilda by Roald Dahl.
Matilda Wormwood was an extraordinarily gifted young girl who used to solve difficult math problems in her mind and read difficult books meant for adults. Unfortunately, she was brought up by unloving parents who did not give her the attention and affection she deserved. Mr. and Mrs. Wormwood and her brother Michael were nothing like her. They preferred to spend their time on television than on reading books. They were so different to Matilda that they do not understand her and often mistreat her. Instead of feeling helpless, Matilda used to play jokes on her family to get back at them for treating her badly. Once she replaced her father's hair tonic with platinum hair dye, and she also made them believe that the house was haunted with the help of a parrot. These tricks distracted her parents from treating her badly. She started school late than other children of her age and was placed in the lowest grade in Cruncham Hall Primary School. Her teacher, Miss Honey, was affectionate and amazing woman who recognized Matilda's talent and tried to transfer her to the highest grade, where she can advance her intelligence. Unfortunately, the school was run by Miss Trunchbull, who was a horrendous woman. She was gigantic with big muscles and she used to be Olympic athlete for Britain. She did not love children and treated them terribly by using horrible methods to keep them disciplined. For example, she used the chokey, a thin closet with walls made of nails where students who misbehave have to stand for hours. Miss Trunchbull did not allow Matilda to move to the highest grade. So Miss Honey gave her advanced books to study in class. She did her best to cultivate Matilda's mind, which allowed her to learn new things. Matilda made new friends in school who told her how to resist Miss Trunchbull's terror. One day, Miss Trunchbull called for assembly where her terrible behavior was at peak. There was a boy, Bruce Trotter, who had stolen a slice of her cake. And for this, she punished him and forced him to eat a huge cake on his own. Surprisingly, he managed to eat it without quitting, which was a small victory for every student against her terrible dictatorship. Every Thursday, Miss Trunchbull used to visit Miss Honey's class for teaching, one session. She asked difficult spellings and math questions and tortured them physically when they don't answer them. Lavender was Matilda's friend who stuck nude in her class as a revenge, which made her go frenzy. Miss Trunchbull blamed Matilda for this trick, though she was innocent. Matilda was so furious that an odd sensation of power took over her. She knocked the water glass with her mind, and the nude landed on Miss Trunchbull. Matilda was filled with wonder and fear when she discovered her new power. When she revealed her power to Miss Honey, she invited her to her cottage to discuss. Matilda was utterly puzzled when she saw Miss Honey's cottage. It was small and not suitable for living. Miss Honey told Matilda that her parents passed away when she was young, and her cruel aunt took her responsibility. Her aunt made her work since then and took all away her salary. That was the reason she could not afford a better living. and finally she revealed that her aunt is Miss Trunchbull. Matilda wanted to help Miss Honey, and she came up with a brilliant plan to get back at Miss Trunchbull. She practiced her power till she mastered them and was able to move objects in the air at her will. When Miss Trunchbull came in class, Matilda threatened her by writing messages on the board with her supernatural powers. Miss Trunchbull thought that these messages were from Magnus, Miss Honey's father, who was no more. She panicked and moved out of her house and left Cruncham Hall. Out of the blue, Magnus' will appeared mysteriously, and according to that will, the house and all his life savings belonged to Miss Honey. Miss Honey moved in her parents' house right away, and Matilda visited her often. At school, Miss Trebley was appointed as new head teacher, who moved Matilda to the highest grade. And because Matilda got busy with her studies, she lost her supernatural powers. She discussed about this with Miss Honey, where she said it's fine to let go her powers. On the same day, when Matilda returned home, she saw her parents in a panic situation because her father was caught working with criminals who sold stolen cars, and therefore they were packing their luggage to move to Spain. Miss Honey offered them if she can adopt Matilda, and because her parents really didn't care about her, agreed to leave Matilda with Miss Honey. After that, Matilda and Miss Honey lived a happy and prosperous life.